And now, World Improv Network proudly presents Community Court.
When common decency between two parties cannot solve a dispute, Community Court is there to solve the problem.
All rise for the Most Honorable Judge Kenneth Vicarro.
Oh, hello everybody. Oh, I just had some green tea at lunch and I think I'm having an allergic reaction. Oh, I don't know if that's possible, but it's the first time I've had it and I've got a rash on my belly redder than Satan's behind. Anyway, alright, so, we got a doozy today. We have, our plaintiff, Mrs. Shelby Winters. How are you doing today?
I'm not doing so good today, Your Honor, I swear.
Alright, well, let's see if we can, bring your day, up a couple notches.
Hope you're doing alright, Your Honor. You look a little miserable behind that podium.
Oh, it's just another day at work. Oh, and we have our defendant. Yeah?
Yes.
Alright, and your name is Mr. Doug Chastity.
That is correct.
Alright, Mr. Chastity, let's hope, we can resolve the issue, that's been presented, in front of us. Mrs. Winters, what exactly is your complaint against, Mr. Doug Chastity here?
Mr. Chastity has been smearing bat guano all over the side of my house because he thinks it's art. And it's been drying out in this hot, hot sun, and I can't get it off. And every time I use the power washer, it just destroys the siding on my house, and there's just more bat guano the next morning that I wake up. And he's so mean to do such a thing without asking.
Is this true? Are you the culprit behind the bat guano and Mrs. Winters on her house?
Yes, I have smeared the bat guano art on the side of Mrs. Winters' house. Miss Winters, I don't know her family situation, excuse me, but I object to the use of the term culprit. That makes me sound guilty or wrong in some way.
You never got any permission for me to smear that guano on the side of my house. And I know that you're not making the guano, it's your pet bats, but at the end of the day, why do you have to put art on my house without asking for my permission?
and why guano?
As Ms. Winters just mentioned, I do have pet bats, so it is the most readily available medium for me to work in. I find
people have dogs for pets, but
they're not. Your Honor, you asked me a question I would like to answer.
Oh, well, excuse me. Whose court is this?
The American people's, as far as I know, Your Honor.
It's the Most Honorable Judge Vicarro's court.
That's right, Your Honor. You tell him.
Okay.
You are making this rash a lot worse right now.
Your Honor, I have your Most Honorable Judge Vicarro.
Darn tootin'.
I have brought some evidence I would like to present. This is a copy of the First Amendment, the also known as the Free Speech Amendment, that I believe protects my art.
Your Honor, do you think that the Founding Fathers meant to put in the First Amendment that bat guano would be A, art, and B, would be a freedom of speech issue? And by the way, I have some balm over here if you need to rub it on your belly to get rid of your rash, Your Honor.
That's very sweet, but I'm just gonna tough it out. And to answer your question, Mrs. Winters, no, I don't think that's what the Founding Fathers had in mind. I don't think that's what they had in mind at all. And I'm actually quite offended that you would bring the Constitution into my own courtroom, Mr. Chastity. How dare you cite the Constitution against me in this courtroom as support for defacing another person's property?
That is a beautiful mural, Your Honor.
I'm looking at a photo here, and all I see is a lot of black and white on wood slats.
Mm-hmm. That's correct, yes. It's a statement about race relations in America.
What are you saying, what are you saying, Doug? Are you saying that I'm racist and that you're trying to cover my internal beauty by putting black and white on the side of my house?
Absolutely not, Ms. Winters, Your Honor. No, Ms. Winters just has the largest unobstructed view towards her house of anyone on the block. So she presents the largest canvas.
Yeah, I'm looking at a photo here, and I totally see what you mean. It goes so much deeper than skin color. We're talking about institutionalized racism.
Yes.
This is,
Your Honor,
Miss Winters, have you taken the time to look at this? Look at what he's done?
I have, and at times I have to say it's quite impressive, but every time I send the power washer over there, it destroys that image of hatred of race relations that still exists in our country. And so at the end of the day, I don't want to be known for that. And I can see the bailiff over there taking great joy in this picture, and I hope it doesn't skew your decision, Your Honor.
I think that's a beautiful piece of art, Your Honor.
Perhaps we could come to some kind of compromise, Miss Winters, Mr. Chastity. Perhaps if maybe Mr. Chastity power washed the art. Do you have a problem putting up maybe like a monthly piece?
Your Honor, my art is not meant to be destroyed. And frankly, I think I could be suing Miss Winters for power washing my art away.
He could do that.
Is that possible, Your Honor? Because I own the house. Is that really possible?
Do you want to do that, Mr. Chastity? Do you want to start that right now?
No, Your Honor.
Are you sure we could?
No, I just wanted to threaten Miss Winters with possible further legal action.
You're going to threaten me in front of Your Honor here in the court? His court, the Honorable Kenneth Vicarro's court? You're going to
Please get your emotions under control, Mrs. Winters.
All right, let me get some of that balm out of my pocket and rub my eyes with it.
Oh, I don't know if that's a good idea. Please don't. Oh, there it goes.
Oh, my makeup is smearing, but my eyes feel a little bit better.
Oh my gosh, your eyes are as red as my rash.
Oh.
Yeah, want me to wipe your belly, Your Honor? I know you said no earlier, but I'm more than happy to.
No, please. Get your hands away from me. No. Oh, jeez.
This is gross.
Feels better, doesn't it, Your Honor?
It's a little less irritating, but I can still feel the rash growing.
Your Honor, I didn't know you had a six-pack. That's amazing as a judge.
All right, that's enough with the false flattery, Mrs. Winters. I think we can all see that my belly sticks out a little bit, and you know what? I'm not ashamed of it.
And you know what, Your Honor, is your right to bare your belly is protected under the First Amendment. Just like
okay, here we go again.
Right
see, you two seem to really misunderstand what the founding fathers never had in mind. That yes, bat guano would be spread on somebody's house, and they also didn't have in mind what was that?
Well, I'm making a statement. I am trying to raise awareness in this country of the ongoing institutionalized racism. It's important, and clearly Mrs. Winters wants to hide that message under a bushel.
Well, you have a name like Mr. Chastity. That's synonymous for hiding things as well. So how can you say such things, Doug?
I am trying to overcome my inborn propensity for hiding things, and I am trying to bring it to light, to present for all of America the message to be seen, Mrs. Winters.
By bastardizing the First Amendment and the side of my house?
All right. Let's see here. We have an artist who uses bat guano and other people's houses to get his art out there. And we have a very emotional woman who put some kind of lotion in her eyes
And on your belly, Your Honor.
And on my belly. And you know what? It's actually feeling really nice right now. Thank you.
This is a really confusing case, Your Honor.
But you know what? I can make sense of it pretty clearly. So let me just put it like this. I'm going to order that, Mr. Chastity, that you power wash away the current piece. Now hold your horses. This is just the beginning. I'm going to order that you power wash the current piece of art as it stands on Miss Winters' house. And Miss Winters, you're going to be assistant to Mr. Chastity on his next piece of art, which will not be placed on her house, but on some other surface, preferably on your own house.
But, Your Honor, I'm scared of bats. Is he going to make the bats come out and poop right in front of me to get the guano? I mean,
okay, we don't need to get graphic.
Okay,
I mean, that just seems twisted. I don't think... Mr. Chastity, were you planning on doing that?
I use different methods for every piece, Your Honor. Sometimes I just squeeze the bat.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I mean, hey, everybody, whatever floats your boat, man. All right, well, that's my sentence.
Let's go outside the courtroom live to Wilford Taylor to hear post-trial thoughts from the plaintiff and defendant. Wilford?
Hey, I'm out here with Mr. Chastity, and gosh, you don't look too pleased.
No, I'm not. I think the judge clearly does not understand the First Amendment and its application in this case, and the fact that he is forcing me to include Mrs. Winters in my art, it just bastardizes the whole process and drains the message away. I'm livid.
And I'm here with Mrs. Winters, and what do you think about the sentence? You're clearly distraught, but that seems like that's just your M.O.
I'm not so happy either, because when he mentioned that he sometimes squeezes the bats to get the poop out, and I'm so scared of bats and allergic to the guano, it makes my eyes run, that I was thinking, oh my God, I'm going to have to make a piece of art on some other person's house or on the sidewalk, and bats being squeezed all around me, poop shooting
all right, here, blow your nose. Well, folks, that's another case decided at community court.
The verdict has been made and the court of law has spoken. Tune in next week for another fascinating episode of Community Court.
Give the Wincast your suggestions via Facebook, Twitter, or the KZKO Win blog during the commercial break of a crime that needs to be solved during Truth and Justice. Next on KZKO.